I'm officially the last bass player with the Lionel Hampton Big Band, and we are today at the Louis Armstrong House and Museum, and it's an amazing place. We are so thrilled to have the permission to be here. And what was really important to the current band, first of all, we are all the original members who played with Lionel when he was alive, and we want to value the mentorship between Louis Armstrong and Lionel Hampton. Louis Armstrong was responsible for Lionel Hampton picking up the vibraphone and also mentoring him to be a great entertainer. Today in jazz education, at least from my perspective, in the jazz industry, there's a lot of talk about, jazz music losing the audience and things like that. So, but I wonder, is it the audience? Is it the musician? If you look at Louis Armstrong, you will meet and hear Kuni Mikami talk today about Louis Armstrong. He came to me at some point early on when I joined the band in 1996. And he was very upset because Kuni used to go to Lionel's house and practice with Lionel. And he asked him, what is the secret of success? And he came to me and he said, oh, I asked Lionel what's the secret of success, and he didn't know what to say. So when he came to me and he said that, it inspired me to think about Lionel in a different way, what's the secret of success is. So one afternoon I was at his house and I said to Lionel, knowing that Benny Goodman and Louis Armstrong were his two main mentors to set him up in his career, I said to Lionel, I asked him these questions, Lionel, what did you learn from Benny Goodman? And he said, discipline. And then I asked him, what did you learn from Louis Armstrong? And he said, how to be funny. So it's questionable if that is the secret of success, but it shows to me is that, there is an aspect of the entertainer to love the audience and to do the uttermost best in a humorous way to present this art form. And it's no doubt in my mind that all the audiences around the world loved Louis Armstrong. He is probably one of the most adored and famous jazz musicians or jazz musician from the United States, known all over the world, and he was responsible for so many things. So in this case, what does it mean for us, for the Lionel Hampton Big Band, to be here? We want to acknowledge the mentorship. Louis Armstrong was a mentor to Lionel Hampton. Lionel Hampton was a mentor to us. So what's really important to us is to take that forward into the future. And one of the main aspects of the Lionel Hampton Big Band is the blues, and also heart-swinging feel to the music, and also engaging the audience in jokes and funny stories. And that is something we really want to continue with Lionel's legacy. And I think that's what Lionel learned from Louis Armstrong. And when I talk about the blues, I don't necessarily mean playing a 12-bar blues. Everything is the blues. Blues is an attitude. It's a spiritual connection to a different place, not intellectual, but more so for more loving, more heartfelt. So the interesting thing for us to restarting the Lionel Hampton Big Band, what we're experiencing is that audience, we played Yoshi's less than 2 years ago, and the show got nearly cancelled. Little did we know, 2 days before the show, suddenly we heard it's totally sold out. There's something about this music, there's something about Lionel's spirit which talks to people. So I think, I don't have all the answers, but I think some of the answers are in the music, and that's what we want to keep forward, and we want to preserve that spirit of Lionel Hampton's music. And I think all the band members, all the original band members which are here today who played with Lionel Hampton, want to carry that forward with the band and also in their own projects. We had a fantastic concert yesterday at the Blue Note. The house was packed. The people walked out there. They were laughing. They were uplifted. And I think when you think about what Louis Armstrong did to the audience, although I never met him personally, but it's very obvious that he loved the audience and he lifted their spirit. He gave them something which made them come out of their daily lives to go to the concert, and they came back after concert after concert after concert. So I think it's something which is really important for today's musicians to keep in mind. You know, some of the aspects of jazz education has become very intellectual because jazz has moved into the classroom, and that's just my personal opinion. You know, there might be conflicting opinions out there, but what happened is, it's right now with a young musician, you know, they're very, you know, in a way kind of just thinking about, well, you know, playing the music well and this, but it's really, you have to love the audience, and this element has to stay in music. And I think when this element comes back into the music, there will be no more talk about jazz music losing their audience. I think it really has to do with the musician, because if the musician is very loving and does a great performance, it's the best advertising is word of mouth. So once that spreads around, before you know it, the concert hall, the jazz clubs, and everything will be filled again. So today we are here to honor that spirit and that relationship. And I'm in Louis Armstrong's den. It's just amazing.